Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson. This is Morris. You guys haven't seen him in a while. He's been staying away from the heat, and so have I. And as you can see, the sun is already cracking rocks, as I like to say. And since we did cut a lot of our trees down a bit this season, now we have a lot more light coming in. Right, Morris? It's fitting out here. But anyways, guys, I wanted to bring you a what's in bloom in September. Now, there's not a lot of things in bloom as I usually have. I have a lot of things in spike, but what I do have is very interesting. So I hope you guys didn't miss the last video I just uploaded, which was at Maria's collection. She is an amazing collector, an award-winning orchid grower and orchid collector. And I gotta say, I was thoroughly impressed. It gives me so much motivation when I go visit some of the collectors' home and I see different ways of how they keep them. She's been keeping them for over 30 years. I mean, it's impressive how she's been able to keep a lot of those orchids alive. You've had enough, huh? It's hot too, and I feel it in his fur. Poor thing. He loves to be carried, but in this heat, it's kind of difficult. I'm already sweating. So, like I said, I do find that very impressive to be able to keep orchids that long. It inspires me to keep more and more keep going more and more with my orchids. I'm not buying that many now. I'm focusing a lot more on what I have because everything is growing out of proportion, and we are going to start extending my greenhouse maybe twice the size in order to fit the orchids that have gotten a little too big, like my Vandas and my Cattleyas. So before I melt away, without further ado, let's go look at some blooms. All right, guys, so we have the morning all to ourselves. I waited a little bit because next door to me, my neighbors decided to start they own nurseries here in the Redlands. So they turned their 1 acre backyard into nursery, which is great because I get to see all these great plants that they're putting in and we share, you know, ideas. So it's really cool. So let's start right here in the center where I always like to start because there are some blooms. Not a lot, like I said, but there are some right when we walk up here. So let me show you. This is for you newbies. This is where I keep my more sensitive orchids, only because this summer we've had extreme heats here in Miami. And a lot of these, as you can see, the leaves did not like it. It does happen, they'll come back. I've been feeding with Epsom salt. If your leaves turn yellow, feed with Epsom salt. As you can see, everything is very, very green. I've noticed a huge difference from like that dendrobium over there was yellowing a lot due to the heat. So let's focus on this beauty right here. This is a gorgeous Trichocentrum. And I got this from a neighbor of mine. They used to grow orchids and sell them in mass. And they had a lot of special crosses that you don't really see out there much because they would experiment. They had their own little labs back there. It was really, really cool. I miss them a lot. I wish I would have never moved out, but hey, you know, nothing is forever. But anyways, this is one of them. They gave me 3. I have all 3 doing very well. And all 3 are actually in spike and blooming. But look at the detail in this. How gorgeous is that? Let me see if I can get it up a little bit closer. Yeah. You know, I've been filming a lot on the side and then adding it into my editing because it shows off better. Now, I wish if you guys know what this is, I know it's a Trichocentrum. I just don't know what kind. But it's so cute because it has that pink in the center that drives me crazy. Now right below it, still blooming, never stops, is my yellow bird from Bredren's. I bought this, I would say about 2 years ago. And she was a tiny, tiny, tiny little thing. She was literally like, I would say, just that right there, if anything. It was really tiny. And Liz and Phillip told me, you know what? Before you know it, with good care, she's gonna get huge and start blooming multiple. They were not kidding. Look what a gorgeous flower this is. And this is a night fragrant flower. but it's absolutely beautiful. I love yellow flowers. They're very happy. And then it has these cute little freckles, violet colored freckles that just give it such a nice character and personality to the flower. This was the first one that opened. It had 3 up here, and that one's dying off, but now it gave me these beautiful spikes full of blooms. Right. So yes, I've been organizing a little bit more in this area, putting things in, you know, that I, oh look, hold on, hold the press. I did not see this one. This is my Cattleya schilleriana cross with Brassavola nodosa. Is just starting to open. What a treat, guys. Look at this. And usually she'll give me multiple flowers. I think she's just getting ready. What a pretty, pretty flower. Look at that labellum. Very characteristic of the Cattleya schilleriana. Here's a, you know, I should do a, I like putting, I have a tag maker and I buy the belt ones, the ones that tie around like a belt, because that way they don't fall off with the wind. That is looking to get lost. Even though this one I know, just by looking at it, I know what it is. But it's a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Let me see if I can, look at that. Oh my God, you're so pretty. And the sprinklers and misters just went off, so everything is wet and happy. But, you know, I have to do it at this time because later on I'll be melting away. Now this is such a generous bloomer. This came from, not Santoni, from Judeli's orchid. It's just that they're all located next to each other. Let me grab a tag here. Come here, buddy. This was a gift, my anniversary gift from Judeli's. Victoria gave me this, and that is the name of this gorgeous, gorgeous flower. I did feature her in the last What's in Bloom, but you know, it's not about, hold on, because I put these so fast when I'm filming, and then I forget where they're at. Okay, I like to show them only because I want to show you guys how long they bloom. And it also keeps me a record through my videos of how long they're blooming, because sometimes you don't really realize it until you see it on film. Then you say, wow, for several weeks this thing was in full bloom. But she's a very, very pretty dendrobium. Reminds me a lot of the chocolate antler, which by the way is blooming like crazy. You'll see it now. Now, my little pride and joy right here, I have, for the first time ever, one of my Cuban encyclias that I got from Hamlin. Now, I will give you the name now. It's on the back of the wood, so I'll do that at the end. I don't want to disturb her while I'm filming, because she'll be wonking around. But isn't that a gorgeous, gorgeous flower? I'm mesmerized. It's such a pretty purple. And even though the morning sun right now is casting sort of a pink tone, it really is a very bright purple. It's just that these tones tend to be slightly iridescent in on film, so they don't register exactly, but it's a really pretty. Teresita was here like 2 or 3 days ago, and she was mesmerized by the color. She's like, what an incredible purple. And I'm like, yeah, it's really pretty. Let me see. So let's move her now. I hate moving them because it risks. Encyclia Mobiusii cross with sibling. I bought a bunch of these, so I have to look in the back because I'm in a conundrum here. All right, got it. Now right next to it is another, I have to kind of bounce the water off, because if there's too much water on them and it lays there for a long time, it damages them. This is another encyclia from Cuba that is a first time blooming in my greenhouse. She is absolutely beautiful. Look at that labellum. that contrast with those pistachio colored petals. I am in love. I'm trying to see if there's a, because on 4K I've noticed now, I've been filming on 4K and I'm loving the quality, but it doesn't let me micro zoom in. So I usually film it in, if I edit it and add it in, I'll film it in a lower quality, still at HD, and giving you guys a lot more detail. But this is a beautiful, beautiful encyclia. Look at that. Now this one, I was really looking forward for this one to bloom because I had seen it. There we go. Encyclia pilcata. There we go. Because I had seen it online and I was like, what a gorgeous flower. You know? Let's not move you too much. And again, I got this at Hamlin. So if you guys are watching, Lisa, Phillip, look how big they got. Phillip sold these to me because he helps his dad. His dad owned Hamlin in Jamaica. And they have amazing rare stuff. Especially anything from Cuba, you want to ask them. They're usually the ones who carry that. Now this is one of my top favorites. You know, the colors on this one are just crazy. This is the Bangkok Sunset that everybody talks about. Ascasenda Villas Pink. I got this from Lady Vanda. And look at the tones in there. There is no filter, there is no color exaggeration. By the way, some people had asked me if I put filters. No, I don't put anything. I would never alter, you know, the actual flower. That would defeat the purpose. It's just that I'm a professional photographer. I've worked in photography for many years. I did a wonderful career on it. I know when it's the right time to film, the right lighting, the right shading. I know the quality that you can make your photography on these iPhones. I've researched it, and I got to tell you, iPhones have one of the best cameras. I complain about the focusing, but let's give credit where credit is due. They are beast when it comes to 4K, and when it comes to their microphone is, to me, the best one of all. Their mic, I don't even use my portable mic anymore because the phone is actually better. So guys, this is the majestic Bangkok Sunset. Here, I'm going to show you the tag. So if you guys want to research it or call Lady Vanda, she has them. I think Krull-Smith also carries it, but if this one in particular I got from Lady Vanda. Now this is first time blooming. This is a Cattleya, and this one right here, I'm going to tell you guys something. Hold on, let me pull back a bit. This one you're seeing right here, she is a miracle. This one almost died on me. Remember I told you guys I had a bunch of Cattleyas and I didn't really know how to, here, let me do this, how to, maybe this way, how to take care of them back in the day. So I had them in pots, collecting lots of water. And one day I just put him on mounts, and lo and behold, look at this. They love to be mounted because that way it doesn't sit on water. And also this year, this one in particular got fully infested with scales and what's the white stuff? Is it white mites or spider mites? Well, anyway, what I decided to do, if you guys watch my recent video of the home visit, I decided to pressure clean. Now, when I mean pressure clean, I mean with a regular hose and one of those regular gardening hose. And I try not to hit too hard the leaves, but I hit all this. Then I take alcohol, a little bit of palm olive soap, and water, alcohol, and palm olive soap, and I clean everything. I clean everything thoroughly, and then I sprayed, because the first time it came back. So I did the same thing again, and then I sprayed it with insecticide. I mixed 7 with orthene and permatrol at half a teaspoon per gallon each, and boom, saved it. And it got so happy that it gave me these 2 really nice. This one has 4 and this one has 3 beautiful spikes. Now I can't wait to see what this is. I'm gonna, hold on, I don't even remember where I got this. I think I got this at a place called Carib, Yeah, I got this at Carib. They closed down. As a matter of fact, Maria, the video I just filmed, the home visit, she has a lot of orchids from there, a lot of cattleyas. So this one is after like, I think 2 years almost that I got this. It's the first time it's gonna bloom, and it looks better than it's ever looked in its whole existence. I just wish the spikes would have opened the opposite way, but you know what? I'm not complaining. There's an old saying that Cubans say, you don't look at a horse's teeth if it's gifted. Because, you know, they say that a horse's teeth is where you see the health. So that's an old saying. You know, somebody gifts you a horse, you're not going to be saying, well, how healthy is it? All right, here we go. This is heat, guys. This is heat. So when you guys see this in the summer, you know, just try to hit it with some Epsom salt. Here's another one. This is all heat related, and it's got a little, it's got a little spike. Now this one, it's been giving me a lot of flowers this year. Unfortunately, I don't know why I kept forgetting to show you guys. This is what they call the Metrata. I always get this one wrong. I will look it up and show you guys. I don't know if it's Spathoglottis or, I think it's Spathoglottis Metrata. No, Spathoglottis is something else. But anyways, let's just look at the beauty on this flower. And the fragrance is just absolutely incredible. This has a very nice fragrance. And they do grow off the cane of the plant or of the orchid, as you can see. And I decided to put this here in one of these pot hangers because since it grows so tall, and then from the cane you get a lot of keikis. This is the first keiki I get, and it gave me 2 blooms this year. One already just fell off. But it's a very interesting orchid. It could be a little pricey, you know, something this size could run you probably like $100 maybe, or more. I don't know what the going price on this is right now, but it is a pricey orchid, but it's such a great orchid. It blooms once a year, and it's just fantabulous. All right, guys, let's get out of this greenhouse. I'm sorry, I'm speeding. I don't want to make this too long. Oh, we can't pass this beauty. My Ben fragrance. I got this actually from Judeli's. I did not get this from Ben. Look at the colors on this. What a beauty, guys. And the fragrance is just to die for. See, I love when the flowers are big because I can get a little closer, and it allows for a good focal or sharpness. So this one has been blooming for quite a while. My Ben fragrance, as you can see, they often are blooming. Sometimes I get 2 spikes. I've even had 3 spikes. So they are very generous. Here, let me, this way I don't have to edit so much. The pressure of a tag. Oh my God. It's like I have butter in my fingers. All right, guys, Vanda Ben fragrance. You get it. All right, and right next to it, we have this gorgeous Vanda Marie, or Mary A. I can never hear. Let me show you how they write it. Vanda Marie, it's a species. And this one is also a very generous little Vanda. Has my favorite colors, which is red and yellow. And the ants are drinking some water off the petals and the labellum of that flower. Look how cool. So it's very pretty. This flower, this Vanda, always, as you can see, always look when you're gonna buy Vandas. If you find a lot of these, that means that Vanda produces a lot of flowers. So always look at the cane. If you don't see any of those, don't really bother with it unless you like to get to have a challenge. I'm not one of those. I mean, I don't mind a challenge, I just don't go out looking for it. So anyways, this is one of my top favorite little Vandas here because she is always in bloom. Always. I can assure you that most likely before this is gone, it'll have another spike coming out. All right, let's move along. Now let's walk. Oh, it smells so good. That's a Ben fragrance. You walk right by it and it's like deliciousness. So let's go here to my, oh, so hot. I'm gonna have to cool down inside before I close this channel, because I'm not gonna come out looking the way I'm looking right now. Oh, at least there's a fan in here. This is my quick tent where I keep most of my bulbophyllums. Here you go. And speaking of bulbophyllums, look what is in bloom. I love this orchid. This is a Macchianum, bulbophyllum Macchianum, and I got this at Equagenera. Now usually it's pretty interesting. This flower moves around. Right now she's all like, almost like a spider. You'll see, well, if I can get a video of it later on, you're gonna see it's all flat, like a spaceship. But right now it's just, looks like it's gonna start crawling. But it's such a cute little bulbophyllum. There's a name. I love how Equagenera puts their names on a sticker like that, because it's very visible. Now here, right next to it, you have a Doris Dukes. This is from Krull-Smith. I've had this puppy for a very long time. As a matter of fact, my first videos, my first 3 videos, I bought it there. I was at the Fairchild Gardens, and that's the name, bulbophyllum Doris Dukes, K-E-S. It's starting to roll out. Now this one had a couple. I didn't get, like I said, it's been so hot that there's flowers that I really missed. I should have filmed them, but I missed showing you guys. Maybe I'll show you at the end of this video if I see anything that I had videotaped. I can't remember right now. I'll place it in the end of the video. So this one is so unique. Look at the shape of that flower, and then those long twisty legs, just beautiful. And neighboring it, I have the Doris Dukes yellow. This is the yellow. This is also from Krull-Smith. This one got an award of merit from the AOS. I got this not too long ago. Julian had separated it for me. I picked it up at the Redland show. Okay. Actually, no, I picked it up at their show. But look, it gave me 3 spikes, 2 flowers on each. Look at that, how gorgeous. This is a really nice one. I'm very happy with this one. I can see why it won an AM. And like I explained to you guys before, this right here, for newbies, this here, AM, it's an award of merit from the American Orchid Society. If you guys haven't gone on their website and you want to learn a lot about orchids, I suggest you become a member. I became a member and I love their magazines. They're always sending magazines every month. Very high quality photography magazines they're gorgeous. I have them on my coffee table because they're so presentable and so pretty. Just the cover to look at, it draws your attention to want to open it and see what's inside. So you learn a lot, and they always have a lot of stories on bulbophyllum, which I love that, because I find them to be one of the most exotic ones of the orchid world. To me, bulbophyllums are very prehistoric. And speaking of prehistoric, look at this beauty, this samurai. This one came, see, this is what I'm talking about, the belt tags. I call them belt tags, maybe they're called something else. This is from my printer. And see, they'll never come off. So this one recently gave me this bloom. I would say it's been already in 2 of my what's in bloom. And again, I'm showing it to show you guys how long they last. So if you guys want long lasting flowers, dendrobiums are really pretty cool to have. They're not that difficult. They can acclimate to very bright light, as in my home visit. You're going to notice she has them pretty much all out in the sun, or they do well in here. I mean, look, this is a new growth from this samurai that I bought, and it's giving me another little growth in there. So, you know, that's when you know that your plants are really healthy, when you start seeing multiple growth and blooming at the same time. You know for sure something's being done right. And when you see these beauties, this is about to start. This is my Wilbur Chang. This is a gorgeous flower. She's been giving me a lot. So here is the brown the chocolate antler. This is the one I was telling you guys that looks like the other one that I just showed you in the beginning. And this one I also got from Judeli's. They really do carry great dendrobiums. And look, spike, spike, spike. So 4 spikes in total in a matter of a month. And look how big she is. They do get big, so you do need a big I may start acclimating this out in the sun. I would love to do an island in the front of my house. This one's also, I moved her several times, but look, she's already hitting I'm gonna have to move her again, hitting the top. So I think that's it for my blooms. I think that's it. There's nothing else here to show. I mean, the heat has kept everything pretty much hidden from blooming. There hasn't been a lot. I know that very soon I'm going to have, because I do have a lot of spikes. So I did feed recently. I did a feeding, and soon I will be doing a fungicide. Oh, you know what? Let me just show you this real quick, because I don't want to forget them. I've been keeping my Hoyas here, but unfortunately I had to cluster them all like this because we cut a lot of the trees up there and they started burning. But look at this, how gorgeous. Is that not beautiful? And they smell like chocolate. It smells so good. She had a lot, but again, the rains and everything, that's what this is. It's a beautiful, beautiful, I was gonna say orchid. Oh yeah. All right, guys. It's such a pretty morning. All the birds are singing. My cat's eating avocado. Look at this. They say the avocado is poisonous. You know, my cats have been eating avocados for years. Right, Patrick? Is that delicious, Papa? Is that delicious? Yeah, Papa. He's always eating avocados. And so is Morris. And I heard somewhere, no, it's dangerous for them. Do not give it to them. I'm like, well, I have a farm that I grow a ranch that I grow avocados, so I can't control the outdoor cats from not eating. All right, guys, let me turn this around. Oops, I almost forgot. And I put her in here because, again, the heat was so bad. This is my workspace. This is where I actually have my organized chaos. This is what I feed, in case you guys wanted to know. I'm missing my kelp and super thrive, but I've been doing this pure Epsom salt, no fragrance, just plain Cow Mag 20-20-20. And I also feed kelp and super thrive. Now this Lion Sing Vanda Stylus, I believe that's what it is. Yes, it's a Vanda Stylus. This is another one of my homemade tags. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. Another one of those Vanda that blooms a lot. I got this from Banjong Orchids in the Redlands, Florida. And this is a beauty. This is one that I don't think he's going to be carrying too many of these. Perhaps he may start again because they become so popular. But it's a wonderful fragrance flower. It smells, let me see. It has, it's very floral. It's sweet. Yeah, it's sweet, floral, and it kind of has a hint of gardenia. That's what I smell. Remember, everybody's scent is, or whatever you smell is subjective. You know, your nose is different from other people, but that's pretty much what I smell. Something like with gardenias or sweet gardenias. And then here I have this beautiful Phalaenopsis doridus semi-alba. You know, I used to have a tag for it. I need to make another tag for this. Well, maybe I'll make a belt tag. And look how cute this is. And they do act like a sequential spike. Sequential means that, you know, if you don't cut the spike, because it's going to continue blooming until it exhausts all the energy of that spike, and then it dries out. So let it dry out. Don't ever cut a spike just because it has no, you know, if it still has buds like this in the end, it may still produce. Isn't that gorgeous? Such a pretty, pretty flower. And again, the heat was destroying it. That's why I put it in here. Look at this. That's from the heat. I have to put it in here, and as soon as, it's amazing how plants respond so quickly. This Collagenea, it did not like the heat. I put it in here, all these leaves are new. All those are new. Look at what the heat was doing. It was burning the canes. I was like, my God, it was at 95, 96 degrees. These plants are tropical forest plants, just like this one, this Gongora. You know, these are not, I don't know if this is a Stanhopea or a Gongora. I always mix those two. But anyways, they're doing wonderful in here. Look at that dendrobium with that big spike. This was a gift from Martin. This has a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. So as you can see, there's a lot of promising things in the not so distant future. All right, guys, now we're gonna turn this around. All right, guys, that is it. That is the end of the road. I had to go inside and dry up because it was really, really bad. And the sun is literally right above me. So I'm gonna try to make this quick. I don't know how I'm gonna do this because there is so much happening up ahead. I have been taking some time off to do some things in the yard, and also there weren't a lot of events that were taking place throughout these hot months here in Florida. So now things are starting to kick off a little bit, and next weekend I will be in West Palm Beach at Mount's Garden. I will be showing you guys their orchid and plant fair there. There's a bunch of great vendors that are going to be there. Now, I believe this is held by the Orchid Society that my friend Michael Sands is president of. And so I may be giving him an interview. Hopefully he's not too busy. We spoke about it and he agreed to it. So he's also involved with the next big show that's coming in February, which is the big international orchid show in West Palm Beach. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be the very first of its kind, and I believe Michael is also spearheading that project. So I'm going to pick his brains once we get over there, and I will be going with Teresita. So that'll be this weekend, and then the following weekend will be, yes, the following weekend, which is the last weekend of September, will be OFEs. Now, I don't have the dates from the top of my head. I think it's 23rd. Mount Gardens, I think it's 16 and 17. And then OFEs is 23rd and 24th, I think. Either way, I will put it down here. I don't have the ad, you know, for either one of the shows, but I'll just put the information below. And you guys can check it out for yourself if you're down here in Florida, because those two events are definitely two you don't want to miss. But if you miss it and you can't go and attend, I will bring it to your home, to the comfort of your sofa, patio, kitchen, wherever it is that you watch me, and bring you all that beauty and great knowledge that the growers here have in many of these events, because I do learn a lot from these shows. I love going because I get to pick at their brain and see how they're doing things. And also, what else? I think that is it for now. There are things up ahead, of course. The November, again, I don't have the dates. That one I could put it right here. It's the Krull-Smith Winter Festival. I call it the Winter Festival. I think that's the name of it. And also they hold a symposium, the slipper and, sorry guys, I'm winging it here. The slipper symposium on something else. I don't know if it's Vanda but anyway, it's an awesome thing. If you guys want to go to these symposiums, you get a lot of great information, and you get to speak to them one-on-one and ask them questions, to the big guys in the industry. So that's going to go on. I'm going to be driving over there, doing a field trip to that location. And I'm not going to go with Teresita. I know Teresita cannot leave because she does have her baby, her doggy. She can't leave him for more than 24 hours by himself. So I'll probably be going over there. I believe Melissa Loves Orchids. If you guys haven't checked out her channel, she's a hoot. I love bumping into her. She's really funny. Anyways, let me push this out. She's really funny. So she'll probably be going with us too, or meeting us over there. She says she's interested in going. And I think Roxy from Orchids 365. Ooh, that sun is hot. It actually feels good. Florida sun, for once, is not raining. But anyways, guys, that is all the info I have for you right now. or for now, I hope to see you in the next episode. And it will be, I guess, the next one. I still have to do a mini haul of what Maria gave me. I will show you guys in the next video, because I don't want to make this too long. All right, so thank you for sticking by all the way to the end. My name is Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell, and remember to always keep it green. I will see you next time.